jump in.
Who's
Yeah.
Eric Zeus?
That's
Eric.
my alter ego. That's my alter ego.
Eric Zeus.
When I come down to the mortal plane, that's my name.
Eric Zeus.
Never mind.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the Gauntlet, where we go over everything esports news. I'm your host, Captain Zeus, followed by my lovely co-host, JT at Novaverse. And we got yourself the results for this Week 19 matches of the Overwatch League. Some were spicy, some were not, some were unexpected, some were not. And JT is just dying over here. Please explain to me why you're laughing.
You meant to, like, punish me or something? You never introduced me in a nice way.
I wanted to change things up. You know, I decided to be nice for once.
It's a whole new show.
I'm so glad you were able to sing and serenade to me. You know what? Because of that, you can lead into these matches here. Tell me your thoughts on day one.
Day one was fantastic. Mainly because I got to watch London get smacked around a little bit. Was anyone surprised?
Nope. Sure wasn't.
Nova?
Not
Nova?
surprised, mostly disappointed.
Disappointed.
Sounds about right.
Was expecting some resistance, but I mean,
Why would you expect that?
we saw it in the tournament. I guess a lot was more on stake in the tournament, but I mean, when every game matters, it's coming down to the wire.
Not to London. Apparently.
Not to this wire, at least.
Well, I expected. Shanghai is a top tier team. They won the finals, reverse sweeping Seoul. See, I got it right. So yeah.
See, I got my song in, and you got the results right. So
great video now.
I'm so proud of you guys.
this
Not
is
proud
a
of
plus.
London or Seoul, which Seoul just got spanked.
I'm going to take this away from you because I don't want to hear what you have to say about Seoul.
I have nothing to say about this.
New York, we reloaded. Hey, look at that. We got Haskell. We're looking up. And when I say looking up, we were already the third best team. So now we're like second. So it's a good day to be in New York.
You're better than Shanghai?
No.
You mean you were fourth and now you're third is what you're trying
no.
to say. Because you're not better than Shanghai because you guys got beat by Shanghai.
We're not better than Shanghai.
Wow.
Respect.
Okay. You know what? Okay. I'll sit back.
I think we're better than Philadelphia. I don't think we're better than Shanghai. I think we could be in a couple weeks.
No, I could put my foot down right there.
Okay. Well, go back and watch London.
Ooh.
Okay, that's fine. But I don't think New York's better than Philadelphia. So
Okay, we keep saying Seoul is like number 5.
I don't trust Seoul.
Y'all, okay, fair weather fans. Oh, Seoul is so good.
Hey, don't lump me into this.
Do
don't
not
lump me into this. I
associate-
had said nothing. I said nothing.
That's him. He has a Seoul shirt.
Hey.
I don't associate with him. I just don't like New York. Do you want me to just blatantly say it?
Yeah, because you're blindly hating a team that's really, really good.
Oh my.
I can blindly hate, but then I can also back it up with facts. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I still think
Tell me
Philadelphia would be New York.
stats. Come on, where's your facts at?
This is
Yeah,
spicy.
let me lay down some stats then.
'Cause
Well,
they've got
first
the
off,
best
Philadelphia
stats in
has
the
a
league.
better record than New York. I
Yeah.
want to let you know right there.
That's true. But who has played higher 500 teams?
500?
well,
500
that,
meaning they have a
first
win
off,
record.
we already talked about it. Overwatch League does not know how to schedule teams. Okay,
Is that New York's fault?
That is not.
it's everyone's fault.
Who
I'm
has
just
played
joking.
stronger teams? New York has played way stronger.
Both of them.
Oh, yeah.
Both
No.
of them have played very
It's
strong
one or the other.
teams.
That's impossible.
How can both not play very strong
Unless
teams?
they played the exact same teams in the exact same order, it's impossible.
Well, maybe Philadelphia's just blessed to have a better schedule than New York.
So you
Dang,
proved my
so-
point right. Okay, so New York is better. Moving
No,
on.
no,
You
no.
literally
no.
just said exactly what I said.
Being blessed does not make you not better. What
okay,
the
we're
heck?
moving off of this. We're gonna move off this. You guys can duke this out in a 1v1 or something.
No thanks.
That
would be too
debate battle. Oh snap! Okay, Paris won against Boston. GG's, congrats. But Boston surprised us at making it go to a game 5. That
disappointing.
Was unexpected. They did the same thing in the tournament. I don't know if this is the sign of life coming from them,
No.
or is Paris just have some issues going on their side that they're not as strong anymore. It could be both. I think both.
I kind of theorized this that no one's paying attention to Boston. So I think Boston's going to start sneaking games off people.
Sneaking in.
I mean, it
Maybe.
makes sense, though.
I mean, yes, but it's a strong look against a top 10 team. Twice.
Correct. I don't think that roster is nearly as bad as people say. I think Jerry's a legit player. I think some of the
He
utilities,
is the player. Come on, get it right. He is the player.
as much as I like to meme on them about that, there are other people who are okay on that team. So, I mean, they're not a terrible, terrible team. They're not good by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah,
They have
they're
a
not top
lot
10.
of work to do.
Mhm.
But you can't just fully sleep on them, or else they're going to take a game, which I kind of think every team is doing because they're so bad.
Yeah.
They're just bad enough to get you in trouble.
If they keep doing this to the top 10 teams, this is going to be very worrisome. People are going to have to start either have a wake-up call, or maybe Boston, goes Super Saiyan and showing everybody they're not out of this just yet.
They will finish 19th. They're out
Good luck
of
with
it.
that.
They're out of it, but their job now is to spoil other people.
Everyone else.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're the spoiler.
Spoiler
Kind of like
warning.
the Houston jersey you wear.
This isn't a jersey, though. Get your facts straight.
Disappointed in the next matchup. That was a poor showing from Dallas.
Speaking about top 10, Dallas
it was
is
a
not
bad
top
showing.
10.
It was a bad showing.
You laid it on the line. I laid it on the line. I don't even like Florida, and I said
He does
Florida
not.
would win.
Okay, well, Florida's not even top 10, so
Well, technically, by the Overwatch League rankings, they are top 10.
they're not.
I'm not about to argue with you on this.
Are you about to argue?
I said. Did I just say I'm not about to argue with him?
Okay, good. Because Gladiators did exactly what I said they were going to do.
Well, all I'm saying is Florida is like
Congratulations on that.
they can be in the top 10, probably like number 10 or 9, if even, because they're not like top 5.
I did mention it that one of the LA teams has fell. I think it's Valiant, even though they did win this week, but it was against Washington. Piss off. But
Wow. Okay.
it's against Washington. Like,
Washington with the new blood, but yes, I know, I agree. I mean, it's still Washington.
you know what I mean?
We'll talk about that later.
They need more time with their roster. A lot more time.
Florida 10. Florida 10?
No,
I said
that's
that's
a
in a 9.
ridiculous statement.
How was that
Florida
ridiculous?
10.
It's accurate.
Because I
Gladiators
said one of
10.
the LA teams fell.
You did say that though.
Okay, but you got Philadelphia, you've got New York, you got Seoul, you've got Paris,
Shanghai.
you've got Atlanta, Shanghai, Gladiators. I'm missing people. I know I'm missing people.
Yeah, Florida.
Florida's not in the top 10. I
Well,
know
you got 2 other people besides Florida in there. Who you got? Who you got, man?
I'll have to pull up my ranking. Give me a
Yeah, that's
minute.
what I thought.
I'll pull it up.
All right.
I don't know though. I just can't believe I could put them at 11. I could not put them in the top 10 though.
But Florida, especially through the May Melee, had a super strong showing, man. Like, if they would have, stopped making little mistakes, they could have beaten San Francisco. By the way, that was one of the teams we're missing. San Francisco in the top 10. I'm proud of Florida. I think this is a good sign for them, and I think they'll be able to just keep showing up and, climb their way up to the top. Like I said, they're going to be number 1, but they'll be able to be like, in the top 6 or 7.
Oh, we're forgetting Spark and
Spark?
Shock. Yeah, they're in the top 10.
I just told you San Francisco.
So I've got Philadelphia, Shanghai, New York, Shock, Seoul, Paris, Atlanta, Spark, Gladiators.
I think Florida's better than Spark.
No.
I would
think
like to see that game.
That'd be a good
That's all
game.
I'm going to say. I would like to see that game because I think they could actually
And I think London's
Yeah,
better
well,
than
mix it
Florida.
up.
You think London's better than Florida?
Yeah, I do.
That's quite a statement.
Dang.
London-
I mean, I
Listen,
love
Just
both
because-
London and Spark, but
I know he's
Sparks
making some
better team.
bold predictions here.
I think London is currently a better team. They've taken more games off of top teams than Florida has.
They've played the same teams. They've been playing only the Chinese teams.
Listen, Florida, like 95% of their season has gotten cupcake games. They've played Houston like 80 times.
Okay, they have not played Houston 80 times.
They've
them
played
twice.
them.
They played them
They've
like
played
twice.
them like 3 times, and that's a lot.
3 times
I
equals
mean,
80, I
I'll
guess.
admit they played
Considering-
Boston like twice back to back.
They did.
So
That was
I'll admit
hilarious.
that.
So out of like 6 games, out of what 20-something games, are the 2 or 3 bottom teams, and they got to play Washington a couple of times.
But you can't forget the May Melee where they actually went against the middle and top tier teams who they've beaten all the way up to San Francisco.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
can
they got a
respect
run.
that.
Great. I'm glad
Didn't
they
they
got a
beat
run.
they beat Philly, dude?
Great. I'm glad they got a run.
3-0. You got
I'm glad they got a run. Now
Okay.
continue to do it.
That's what I've been saying. I'm saying they're going to keep doing this.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
And until I see them actually do it, I'm not going to change my tune on them.
yeah. If it's a consistency thing, we've seen London and Spark have to play against top tier Asian teams. You know what I mean? And Florida
Every week.
has to fight with the barrel team. So I can respect JT saying that he needs to see Florida actually fighting against top teams consistently. Oh my gosh, can't even speak today.
You were struggling there.
But I don't know. I think Florida can rival some teams. You know,
They
that
could be top
tournament
10.
was a statement, I think.
They could be a top 10 team. I'm just not going to budge on them not being it until they prove at least 2 or 3 weeks in a row that they can hang with the top teams. I'm not even saying win against the top teams, right? I'm just saying
Yeah, just
make
hang.
it close.
Okay.
Respect.
Because Dallas did that. Dallas has been taking games off top teams. Also, you asked what's wrong with Atlanta. I told you exactly how this game was going to go.
I don't remember saying
I
that.
don't remember. No,
You
I
literally-
said it.
You just said it like
No,
5
I was
seconds
going to
ago.
say, I don't remember you saying what's wrong with Atlanta.
No, you said that.
No, I know. I
Who's
don't remember
you?
you giving the response. Like the answer.
response. I gave the response last week saying that gladiators were they were like plummeting in stock. Everyone was selling their gladiator stock. They're like, I want out of this market.
There's stock for this?
God, just stop. They
Sorry.
hit rock bottom and now they're coming back. And that was the statement win. They had to win this matchup.
That's a really good statement.
Unless we knocked them, because if they didn't win this matchup, even though I think Atlanta is significantly better on a like power level team
On paper.
on paper, even on in game, I think they're better. They had to win this game just to stay at their 10th spot.
Mm.
Otherwise,
I could say them number 9 because I think Florida is at 10. They're in there. I think.
I think it would make me feel much better if LA Gladiators played Florida and Florida beat them.
I was gonna suggest the same thing, man.
I just need
open pray.
that team. LA Gladiator needs to play everyone in the league.
Just to
And
prove
then-
that they are worth something.
No, because I think they are the middle of the road team. They are really good at some things and really bad at others. And I think they are the gatekeeper. If you want to make it into the top team, beat them.
Getting rid of Paintbrush obviously had some effect because that's quite a win. It's quite a statement there. I mean, he was probably just dead weight, but
Smash some kids. It's okay.
speaking of smashing kids, Philly beat Houston 3-0.
Is anyone surprised?
No one's surprised.
No one.
Moving on.
Hold on. Are you at the point in your fandom where you just cry while you're watching the games and you're just
I don't cry.
Why do
I
you
s-
do this to me?
So what I do is I don't cry. I sit there and I'm just like, I sip, my water with the pinky up, and I'm like, this was expected.
This was expected.
I love pain.
All I know is pain.
I feel like you guys just get really frustrated a lot, but you're like, but I'm faithful. but I'm like
That's really it.
so
It's like I'm
painful.
faithful, but it's like being a Lions fan. We lose so much, but I'm still faithful.
You destroy so much talent. All those great careers just snuffed out.
It's gone. Poof.
Mm.
It's a terrible
Still a
moment.
fan of that.
Still a fan.
Do you like abusive relationships too?
That's a topic for another day.
Speaking of
video.
abusive relationships, Vancouver.
The Battle of Maple Syrup, man.
I'm so glad they. Well, I really don't care about this matchup.
Honestly,
but
Vancouver could have won that. I was watching it, and
Um,
it was close, and Vancouver just couldn't clutch it.
I mean, they had a chance in every single map.
Oh, every time. It was
So
back and forth a lot.
It looks a lot better, and I don't think they'll finish last. But
Who
I mean,
knows?
they're not going to be a top team.
I'd
They
say
went from like
Boston
the
could be-
third best team,
To the third worst game.
like 18th, 19th.
Yeah, they're pretty bad now.
So that's a bummer for the Vancouver roster. I just hope they get a win at some point just for those guys.
I don't think they will. They've gone against all of the bad teams that are worse
Yeah,
than
but
them.
they played a lot of the bad teams when they only had like a week to know they were even Vancouver.
Oh, come on. Like,
So I think give them another couple weeks and they might be able to take a game off of Houston, maybe
What?
my
Boston.
Well, if I was
Boston,
the front office, I would be like, you guys need to hurry the hell up and win some games.
Boston, if they can keep this confidence up, they can get out of that bottom
I
four.
think they should just tank. at this
Or they should just tank. I mean, that's
I think-
quite an alternative.
Okay, so I think here's the strategy for Boston. If I was their coach,
Oh, God.
okay,
Here we go.
you tank, right?
No.
And then you spend all your time working on player development and trying to pick up and scout people from lower leagues and just start bringing people in.
I mean, they've
They're
already
giving
gotten
them,
rid of like their half of their roster.
I know. Continue. Just rebuild.
Just
Start the
keep
rebuild.
going.
Okay, so let's
Everyone
see.
except for Jerry.
It's like the Raiders a couple years ago, where they're terrible and they just decided to take the entire season off and bring in like unsigned talent. Just do that, and then hopefully in a year or two you can bounce back.
If the league's around a year or two. But you know what? We got the final match of the weekend here. LA beating Washington 3-0. And I'll put the
Ouch.
tweet up here for everyone to see. There was quite a confidence for Shax. Oh man, Shax did just destroy it during that matchup. I will admit that it was terrifying. I felt bad for
Against a
Washington.
bad team.
Well, yes, but it was still terrifying.
Yeah, it was. He played really well.
He did.
Okay, so this matchup doesn't interest me at all. Didn't interest me when we predicted it. Didn't interest me when they were actually playing. Still doesn't interest me.
I didn't
But what
see
does interest me is how big do you think that fine's going to be?
that. I don't think it's gonna be that big because
How much?
I don't know, 2,500.
That's a good guess. I was going to go $3,000.
You're gonna go 3.
Yeah, that's
I was gonna say
nice
5. But I'm like,
round.
I think that's too high. It
So
doesn't even-
I thought the same thing, and I was like, they're gonna find him $5,000, and then I went, oh, he's not making that much money. Like, and I think the way the rules are structured, the team can't soak any of it, so he has to pay it himself. So that knocked that number way down for me because I was like, Overwatch isn't paying very much right now.
yeah, they don't pay their players anything.
So
they're like,
I was thinking like,
Gaming experience.
I was thinking $3,000.
dude,
Now, do they disclose it? Because sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
if they decide to find him, because who knows, maybe he'll leave to Valorant before they do it.
Wow.
That is what everyone else has been doing. They just keep leaving.
Do you think they show the fine?
No.
I actually don't think so either because it would be such bad, like,
It'd be,
showmanship.
it would be really bad. Because this man says a joke, which was hilarious. I mean,
It was great.
it was
I enjoyed
beautiful. Everyone enjoyed it. But you know how Overwatch is a little bit of a softy, Blizzard and them, little softies. I see the fine coming. I hope they don't, because
I bet they won't. Or if they do, they'll never say anything about it.
Yeah, they won't.
I hope he tweets about it if they do.
It's like, yeah, so remember that joke I said, guys, about that?
Oh man, I'm gonna.
This is why
his-
I'm leaving to Valorant.
Does he stream?
I think he does.
Dude, I'm gonna start watching his streams.
Just waiting for him to rant about the fine.
Oh, because if he gets fined, he's gonna rant about it.
Everyone does. Well, that was some good matches, some good talks. I don't know what the schedule will be this week because, they only release the schedule of the matches 2 days before it happens. Because,
Well,
they're
if they
such a
release-
great org.
If they released it now, then they would change it. So,
True. They'll change it and then 2 days before.
all right, guys, we're going on a 2 to 3 month vacation.
We'll be back
We're
tomorrow.
back.
Air pool is the same, though. So, Eco Diva, Brigitte, and
Echo,
who's the other one?
Diva.
I said that. Brigitte.
It's all women.
Did you say Moira?
No, it's Brigitte. Whatever.
It's not-
The females are banned, so they're still banned this week.
Sombra.
Did you say Echo?
There we go. Yeah,
Oh yeah, it's not Sombra.
it's the Hispanic. Yeah, all banned.
All right, let's redo the video. I missed it.
All right, guys, we're just gonna wrap it
I'm
up
done.
here.
I'm done with it.
There goes the fine. I'm getting fined, guys. I'm sorry. Oops. And there goes your white balance.
White balance is gone.
All right, guys. I'm Captain Zeus. That's JT. That guy's Novaverse. We'll catch you guys later. See ya.